Hey, welcome back to the Stationery Muse channel. My name is Tatiana, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting. It is one of my favorite topics, and I actually have a new product that's going to be coming out very, very soon, in about a month. And it's literally all that's on my mind is goal setting, goal setting, goal setting. And so I wanted to film a video to maybe get some of this like creative energy and excitement out of my body and to pour it into you, to give you some tips on how to have some successful goal setting. Now, one thing that I will say about it is that a lot of people, I hear people where they're like, I'm just not into goal setting, or I don't do that. And to me, my definition of goal setting is really for anyone, because we all have goals. We all have things that we're in one spot right now, but we want to get to that. Whether you want to lose weight, you want to start cooking more, so you want to create some kind of meal prepping schedule or something like that. You want to build a better relationship with maybe your friend that lives in another state. Maybe you're planning on moving. You want to apply for a new job. Those are goals. And so the process of getting there sometimes is what can hinder us from the progression, to hinder us from actually making them happen. And sometimes they may not seem attainable when you don't necessarily know what your focus is and where you should begin. And that is what this new thing is that's coming. You guys, I cannot wait to share it with you. You'll hear a little bit about it in the coming weeks, but you really will not start really hearing stuff until next month. But I'm so excited. Like, I cannot wait. Okay, so today we're going to talk about my 3 steps to good goal setting. So let's get into it. Change is crazy. So the number one thing that I find in any type of goal setting situation, but just anything in life that you want to find some motivation for, I even talk about this sometimes with clients when I'm helping them with, like solidifying a brand, is just why? Why do you want this person to love your business? And so if we apply that to this goal setting method, it's why do you want this goal to be accomplished? So something that I'm really working towards is getting more active for myself personally. Now, I used to be semi-active, not really, but I've never really been a person that like worked out regularly or anything. And what I'm finding is that I feel like it causes more health issues when you're just kind of lazy and you sit around and you don't really do a lot. I'm at home, so I'm usually like sitting hunched in this chair, or I'm sitting on the couch. And I really just want to like get up and get moving more. And so my goal is it's warm and I want to take advantage of the warm weather, get out, get moving, and I want to do that. And so my why for doing this goal or making this goal happen is because I want to be healthy for my daughter is the biggest reason, because I find that, like I'm always having some kind of back pain going on. I'm always and I'm just used to being kind of like sedimentary. Is that the right word? It's trying to be fancy, y'all. But I'm used to sitting still, and I'm not used to like being up and moving, but I really want her to be active and be outside and enjoy it. My grandmother just got us like a tricycle for her, and I'll try to insert a picture because guys, she's so cute. I know it has absolutely nothing to do with this, but she's just so cute on it. But I want to get out there more with her, and I've just never been a kind of person that's active like that, but I'm just trying to open myself up to the idea, and I know that it'll only benefit me to be more active. I think I will feel better in general because I always have some kind of aches and pains and cramps. And I think it's because I don't really do anything. So that is my biggest why. I just want to be healthy, and I want to give my daughter a good childhood and a good experience. And I want to do that while she's young. So as she gets older, it'll just be something natural for her, and it'll give her the keys to wanting to do that for herself as she grows older, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of deeper, but really think about what your deeper meaning is for your why. What I'm basically saying is I can definitely relate to you if you feel like, okay, you just have a lot going on and you just don't feel like you have time for this goal, but really take a moment to think about what it is that is making you want to do it. And that is your why, that is your motivation, and we will come back to that. So number 2 is to clear your mind. So I think anytime you think about a goal, and especially if you are very overwhelmed with what all that comes with, one thing that I find that's best to do is a brain dump. Brain dumping to me is, I love it so much because it just gives you an opportunity to have a judgment-free zone, even if it's just on a piece of paper or in a cute notebook or whatever you want to do. I like the cute notebooks, but where you can just write everything down that's on your mind pertaining to that particular goal. Now, just a good brain dump in general is just to get everything off your mind, just in life in general, but just to pertain to the specific goals. So like if I was to do a brain dump, I could sit down and I could literally write down the sky is the limit on all of the different ideas and things that I think about on a daily basis. And I'm like, ooh, I really could start doing this. Ooh, I really would do this. Oh, I really want to look into doing this class with my daughter, or I really want to look into doing some kind of yoga, but I'm not really sure how often should I do it. You know, like all of these different things kind of come to my mind. So I would just put it all on a piece of paper, get it out of my mind so that I can actually look at it. And what you usually will find with a brain dump is it really gives you your steps of the different things that you can do to keep this goal going. If it's going to be kind of like an ongoing thing, like getting active to me is ongoing. But if, let's say, you want to start a business, that's ongoing as well. But if you officially want to get it started, you would just write down everything that you kind of know about businesses. You might be like, okay, I know I got to get my LLC. I know I got to get my website domain. I got to do my website. I have to figure out what my first product's going to be. Like, you would write all of that stuff down in your brain dump. And then step number 3 is action, taking your first steps. I like to just always think of the first 3 steps that I can start right away to get this goal going, because I find that once you get started, you kind of just keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And so for me, my first 3 steps for this would definitely be, and I did not write this down, so I'm really trying to think about this as we're filming this. My first 3 steps definitely would be, I know one, I would like to do a little bit of research about what's around in this area that I could get active with. So I was thinking about looking, I know they have like those Mommy and Me. They did in Charlotte. I had to see if they had that here, but they have like, not a stroller club. I know that sounds really weird, guys, but like something where other moms are together. Maybe they're also at home as well, but they get together and it's just like you walk with your baby in the stroller, because it'll be nice for Emery. First off, she'll be able to kind of get out and get about, but then I can get to know some new people as well, and it gives me a chance to get active. So I want to research just some different activities like that. I know there's like little Mommy and Me classes and things. I want to research that and I want to actually schedule it. So that's the first step for sure. Second step, I want to find some kind of workout routine for myself. I love yoga, so I'll probably end up doing that, but I want to make a yoga schedule. And even to simplify it more, basically it really would be like, do a Google search for the Mommy and Me stuff, do a probably Pinterest, do a Pinterest search for my yoga routine, open my planner, and pencil in or write down when this stuff is going to happen, or make calls to schedule the appointment. So those are my first 3 steps. And that is the action. So once I kind of put that stuff into place, once I actually take a moment and I'm not still like, oh, well, I still got to figure out what routine I want to do. I still got to figure out what yoga plan I want to get on. I still got to look into it. I've already done it. And so now I don't have an excuse for actually taking the action and doing it. And so my biggest encouragement to you, so I'm looking at this bird in the window. My biggest encouragement to you is to think of your first 3 steps. And then the last thing is to remember why you started. And so I wanted to circle back to the first part, which was the why. And I think that anytime you get discouraged or you kind of lose sight of what you're doing for a little bit, go back to why you wanted to do this thing. And for me, I know I'll like start on something. So let's just say, for example, I would start working out and being very active. I actually was working out, not really consistently, but maybe for about like 2 or 3 weeks in a row when I was going to physical therapy. If you guys have followed me for a while, after I had my daughter, I had like some trauma to my little pelvic area. So I had to go to a physical therapist, and then they gave me these exercises, and I was trying to stay active with that. Luckily, I'm back. I'm healed now, but I just kind of fell off the wagon with like staying active. And so for me, I would just need to continue to remember why I'm starting. And so like if I notice, okay, I've been putting it off for a week, because this happens, it's real life. Even though we set out to plan things and do them a certain way, it just does not always go that way. And so you may look up and you might be like, okay, I haven't worked on this thing in 2 weeks. Always come back to that why of why you started. And even if you need to write it on like a little sticky note or somewhere that you can place it that will constantly remind you, I can literally write a sticky note. I come in this office every day. I could put a sticky note like right here that says, okay, stay active, and then underneath put, I want to be active for Emery. I want her to have an active lifestyle when she gets older, to take care of herself, to see an example of taking care of herself. Does that make sense? And so that way I have a physical reminder that I'm viewing exactly, but then I also have that deeper why, and it's something that will pull me to be like, okay, well, I really don't feel like working out today, but I'm gonna go ahead and get up and do it, because yes, I do want to be more active. But as I get older, I think it's only better to take care of myself more versus getting like more lazy. Like, I've never been a sports person or anything like that, so I think this is my opportunity to take advantage of that. Just because I was never a sports person or never an active person doesn't mean that I can't be in my later part of my life. You can always evolve and change, and that's something that I'm constantly learning. And so I hope that you guys got some good tips for goal setting. And I have on my Gold Digger shirt, so y'all already know it's gonna be official if we're gonna be wearing the apparel and everything like that. It's so funny, this was actually one of the most popular shirts from my Live Love Inspire box, and I decided to bring it back into the shop I think about a month ago. So this shirt is actually available if you guys do like it. I know a lot of people really loved this one, and so that's why I'm just sharing it, but I wear this shirt all the time. It's one of my favorite shirts, and it's just a really nice reminder to, yes, I am digging to make these goals happen, and even though it's a lot of work, it's all good. That is pretty much it. I do not want to hold you guys for too long. Definitely let me know down below what are some of the goals that you are trying to work towards this summer, and how do you want to make them happen? I'm really excited to hear about it. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every single week, and I hope that they encourage you and inspire you to get out there and do the things that you love and the things that you want to do, because ultimately that is what the Stationery Muse is all about. And yeah, so I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.